Hello, welcome to this video where we'll show you the features possible in the Salesforce integration and a demo of using them. There are 5 possible journeys and we'll walk through each one, and I'll just give you them high level now as an overview. So the first one is import. That's importing a plan from Salesforce into Voyant. Then there's update, which I'll show you what to do. That's updating a plan at review. Once you've updated Salesforce, you can then update the values in Voyant. There's merge. So if you have a plan in Salesforce and a plan in Voyant, you can merge them together to update from Salesforce. And then we also have export. So that's taking a plan from Voyant and moving it into Salesforce. And as the 5th and final option at the moment, there's export update. So you've updated the Voyant plan, you can then update Salesforce. So let's walk through each of these journeys to show you how they work in practice. The first of which is the import. So I'm in my home screen here and I already have the Salesforce integration set up, which you do via Voyant support. So plus button bottom right, and I'm going to import client. Here I select the Salesforce integration, and then I can search for the name of the client. You type the name into here and it will go over to Salesforce and find the individuals with this name. In this case, I'm going to click on Demo Account. And then you'll go through the import journey. If there's any unknown items as they have not been mapped, you can go through each one and select where in Voyant which types you'd like to map it to. So these are the fields from Voyant. You'll recognize these, say, from the investments types, and you can see where and what type this account is going to pull through as. Once I've done this, it will ask you to have a look at the name and date of birth, and then you can go through to next. Here is a list of everything that's going to pull through into Voyant, and at this stage you have the option to add or skip. If you press skip, then it won't pull it through into your Voyant plan, and add it will. Note that you can delete things and edit things after you've done this import. So you can do a quick scan down of these and then click done. If you see any error messages appearing at the top, click on these to resolve. So here it's just wanting us to confirm that the premium policy payment, what that term is on that. So we'll to change it to monthly, and then click done. Once your plan has been imported, you can expand everything in the dashboard view here, and you can see all the things that have been imported into the plan have this little downward arrow and a line underneath. Note that you still need to go through each of these items and check they're set up how you would like for the plan. Specifically, for example, in terms of projected growth rates and contributions. So for example, if I go to the income, that's the amount that's pulled through from Salesforce, but I can check the growth rate and the timing of that income as well. The other place to check your plan is if you go to year view, top right of the chart. You can then have a look through each year of the plan and check it's set up how you'd like. Once you've imported anything into the plan, you can then go to the plus button bottom right to add in things in addition to this. And you'll see once I do this, if I just add in an expense for the whole of the plan, that it won't have a little downward arrow next to it because I've added it in myself, and the plan will update. Once you've added everything into the plan and you're happy, then you can start using it to look at the client's timeline, adding in events and goals, what the client wants to achieve, running some what-if scenarios to look at early or later retirement, saving more, and so on. And then you're looking at the insights as great conversation starters with a client. Once you come to review, you can update and promote the plan to the next year via Manage Plans, Update and Promote. So this would move it forward a year in the cash flow chart. So it would start, say, in 2023. And then back to the plus button, and this is the second journey to show you, is the update. So now I've gone already into Salesforce, say, and updated those values. It's already connected to this plan, so all I need to do is go through this update journey, and you'll see the value changes here. Okay, so that's the two journeys we've just done, import and update. The third journey to show you is merge. So far we're looking at bringing information from Salesforce into Voyant. So we've imported from Salesforce into Voyant, and then we've updated from Salesforce into Voyant. The final one from Salesforce into Voyant is a merge. So you already have a plan in Voyant and you already have a plan in Salesforce, and you like to connect them together in order to do that updating that I've just done from Salesforce. So I'm going to click here on this account here. You can see that I've not got any little downward arrows, everything's been entered manually. And what I do now is I go to the plus button within the plan. I don't see update because it's not connected to the integration, but I do see import. And what I can do now is search for this client and then merge. Be careful with overwrite, that will start a new version of the plan with just the information from the integration. So merge is probably where you want to go if you've already created some what if scenarios and what have you. When you click merge, it will check with you it's the right client. And then when you go through the finances, you'll be asked to add, connect or skip. Connect is where you'll be connecting that finance to something in the plan already, and add is adding it new. So if we're connecting, this is the thing at the top, which is taken from Salesforce, and I would like to connect it to this in Voyant. And you see the values are different. So in Voyant, the value is 40,000, in Salesforce it's 50. So when I'm looking at the plan, it's going to update it to 50. Again, in Voyant, this is 459, in Salesforce it's 500. So it's got the change in the values there from the connected accounts and something new. Let's have a look. There's the updated value there, the 50, it was 40, and the unwrapped is now 500. Again, go through the plan to check it set up how you'd like, and then you can go on and model different stages, what if scenarios, generate reports and so on. The final journeys to show you are the export. So now we're looking at moving information from Voyant into Salesforce, as this is a two-way integration. So in this case, I'm going to go to Jane Voyant. This is a plan that I've entered into Voyant. In fact, very soon we've got our new Client Go onboarding tool coming, so the client could get started in Client Go, putting in their goals, some of their financial information and expenses. This will then automatically feed through into a plan here, which the planner can then have a look at, and then you can export this information out to Salesforce. So if we go to the plus button here, we see export, click on Salesforce, and you can choose what you'd like to export and what you'd like to skip. It will also ask you for the types similar to the import journey, and you can select the types here in the window if there isn't a mapping for them. Okay, and then click done. Then you'll see the account appear in your accounts list in Salesforce. Finally, you can go back to that plus button and click on export to update the plan from Voyant into Salesforce via the export. To conclude, this integration works via the base plan, so you have to be in the base plan to export, and it will import into the base plan. Hope this was helpful. Thanks for listening.